and people are saying I look like these Costco guys, and I don't know who the they are.
You know what I like? That says you sound like you own Costco. You look like this guy looks like he owns Costco. All right, the girl of your dreams is waiting on a train. While the train is approaching, she needs help. She has this jar that she can't open, and she
What's
needs
with
your
you
help.
and these damsels in distress?
Because that's how I see you, as I was like saving someone.
This is the truth. I tried to meditate, and I ended up getting off.
Hi guys, welcome to Anniewood episode 104. We have self-proclaimed bad boy. I would say he's a good boy. Bret Ernst on the show. He is straight from Las Vegas, Nevada. He's awesome. We had a lot of fun on this episode. You're going to enjoy it. We have our Patreon where we have some extra episodes of us cleaning our apartment with Robbie Hoffman. We have another episode we're shooting tomorrow of that. We have more episodes in the tank coming. We also have the extended, unedited versions of these episodes on there. So join patreon.com/Annie Lederman. All right, guys, I am on the road. I'm so excited. I'm bringing Todd and Randy. We're packing up the camper. We're going to drive a RV across the country to Madison, Wisconsin. Just kidding. We're going to be flying, but it's going to be coach, so it feels like a road trip. We're flying. We're going to be there this weekend, November 1st and 2nd. And then Chicago, I'm going to be there one night this Sunday at the Den Theater. Get tickets before they sell out. Then I'm going to be November 14th through 16th. I'm going to be in Connecticut at Comics Roadhouse. Come see me, baby. It's a casino. What's up? And then November 19th is the next Anniewood and Friends. It's going to be excellent. Then November 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, I'm in Boston, Massachusetts, baby. Boston. Beantown, let's go, baby. And then December 17th, another Anniewood and Friends. We got Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino on that one. It's going to be really fun. And then New Year's Eve, I am doing a special, wild, interactive, crazy show in the main room of the Comedy Store. Come celebrate the new year with us. We can manifest and laugh and have a great old time. It's going to be incredible. Y'all have never seen anything like it. So get your tickets now. Then next year you can see me in Alaska, Toronto, Kansas City, and back in Florida, guys. A lot more dates are being added. I can't wait to see you. Go to annielerman.com/shows. Enjoy, Bret.
Welcome to Anniewood.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Anniewood episode 104. How exciting. We have my friend Bret Ernst is in town.
Hello.
Got a comedy special.
Yeah.
Let's just say it up top. What's it called?
It's called Uncaged.
Uncaged.
It was, I actually did it with Pete Davidson and the guys that on the stand.
Awesome.
So they bought this streaming service. It's called Wits Comedy TV.
Cool.
So I'm the first out of a bunch that they're going to start producing. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's cool. We like Pete Davidson. He's a fellow fan of Terrifier, which is our favorite horror franchise.
Is that the one with the clown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that now. I never watched it.
Do you like gory stuff?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's pretty choppy. It's choppy uppy.
really.
Some kids take it.
We were, I forgot what, because I've done we were talking about the horror movies. The ones that scare me are the ones with like devil,
Yeah.
like people that kill people. Like, I don't know about you, but as a guy, you're like, I could probably
could take that guy.
Yeah, like I'm not worried about him coming in. I got a Mossberg. I got a,
I have so many. I'm starting a new thing where with the guests, I kind of channel questions for them, and I have so many good questions for you.
Good.
But okay, so it's Halloween. I just have to say that first. Happy Halloween, everybody. We had a bunch of like random extra costumes I was going to offer you, but we had someone come over and help us like clean our shit out, and she made us throw out everything cool that we have.
This is all I ever wear.
But this is what we have for you.
What is it?
It's a puppet. You could be Jeff Dunham.
It's a Muppet.
You could be Jeff Dunham.
I'll take Randy.
Randy would love, if you put your hand up Randy's ass, he'd be so happy.
Your puppet sheds.
Oh, get it off you.
It's not hypoallergenic.
Look at that. Now say one of Tony Hinchcliffe's jokes. Honey. Tell one of Tony Hinchcliffe's Trump jokes quick. Okay, guys, we are like on the top of the mountain of Tony Hinchcliffe's Trump rally experience. It just happened.
There, I like this dog.
I will say that I guess Trump had not seen Tony Hinchcliffe's comedy.
You know, I feel like that with
you
like.
could put that down if you
Yeah,
want.
thank you. It's like I think Randy's gonna eat them.
He's not gonna eat them.
It's like that with corporate gigs.
Yeah.
You know, like you'll get a corporate job and then you're like, did they research me?
Yeah.
You know,
I've never even been given a corporate job. They know not to have me on.
It's odd. And then they'll hire you and then they'll say, hey, we love what you did, but can you not do that, and that?
And then you're like, I'll just be like, what's up,
you know,
guys?
Yeah, hey.
I mean, because I guess what they wanted was Tony to just be like, vote Trump. I don't know what they wanted him to do.
I have no, I don't know, but
I can't imagine
that's
having
his
gone,
brand.
Yeah, I can't imagine having gone any other way.
Yeah, I mean, that's his brand.
It's hilarious.
Because I think what's her name had Beyonce, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that video.
I didn't.
People started filing out afterward because they thought Beyonce. They were like, Beyonce's going to perform, and she just said hi, and then after she left, everybody started leaving.
Oh my God, people, you haven't been donating your $15 to Kamala. They obviously didn't have enough money for her to sing. They're like, we only have enough money for her to go like this.
But it's so odd now. It's like TMZ. You know nobody's talking policy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm not a big voter.
I just would never. I don't have any interest in doing political stuff. I'm a clown.
It's all it's all like sound bites, and it's just the only one that's really. It's crazy how comics. The only one that was like Rogan. That was a good interview for 3 hours.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet. I was like, I'm waiting for clips.
And then
did he ask him about bears and stuff? Did he do his regular Rogan stuff? Because I was like, Kamala. I guess they said that Kamala was asked to do it and turned it down. But I was like, wouldn't that have been funny to watch her like smoking cigars? They should have had her on like Protect Your Parks. It could have been like her and Ari, and Ari's like taking his shit and like pulls out a ballad.
Isn't that crazy though that he took a shit on the stage at
well, it's like, what's he going to do next?
Skankfest?
At this point, he's going to have to take his own life. I don't know what else he can do on stage.
He gives zero fucks.
No,
all those guys. No comic cares. That's the thing. Like we give zero fucks. We stare at the Matrix too long.
I don't think he cares. I don't think he thrives off of it.
I mean, you saw him on the Tom Brady roast. That's just his brand. It's what he does.
Yeah.
He's just it's just a judgment call. Do you get like for real? Do you give a shit when people I know you don't.
If I bomb?
No. I meant like if people like take digs at you and stuff.
No.
I just
not at all, unless it's Todd.
I just did whatchamacallit?
Adam Carolla?
No, Are You Garbage?
Oh yeah.
And people are saying I look like these Costco guys. And I don't know who the f- they are.
You know what I like? That says you sound like you own Costco. You look like this guy looks like he owns Costco. Pull him up.
Yeah, it's like the Costco guys. But then then one of them, yeah, but I really did. I guess I don't know if they mean the kid or this guy.
You just look Italian.
Yeah, it's just that stupid Italian with the 8,000-pound eyebrows. But I guess they go around eating Costco food. I don't know.
Do they eat Costco or do they own Costco?
I think they eat Costco. Like this guy right here.
Oh, that's so funny. I thought it was like the owners of Costco.
No, and they eat. And by the way, here's the funny part. I love the hot dogs there. It's like $1.50 and you get a soda. And then, I'll fill up when I go to fill up my tank there. I always
do you wait in that line?
It's not that bad.
How long does it take?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Not even. I mean, but our days are, comics, our life is different from everybody else. Like my weekends on Monday and, we could do stuff during the day that people have to do on the weekend.
We see those long lines at Costco. We're going to In-N-Out and we're getting our dog's food is in that same parking lot.
Well, he likes double doubles.
We honestly we used to give him burgers, but he becomes vicious and evil for like 2 days if you give him a burger. He's like too drunk off the power of eating the meat. I'm Britney Spears, by the way, if anyone's wondering. And I wore this costume. I have a fake butt. I put fake butt pads in. And then we went to this party where you have to like go pick up your wristband the day before. So we saw all the people that were going. And I guess it was like an OnlyFans party. So everyone just had big fake BBLs. I was like, oh, I don't know if my costume's gonna play.
Wait, it was OnlyFans? Whoa.
It was like an OnlyFans. Was it? It was called Unruly, but it's owned by
Chats. It's like
Only
a new
Chats.
OnlyFans thing.
Because you want to chat. That's the thing you want, right? I want only spread lab.
Yeah.
Show me the inside. Show me the pink.
But porn is free now. Why are people paying for this?
It's very interesting. Everything's different. People pay, they like to simp. It's like they want to be giving money. They like the idea that they're like paying for the girl's pedicure.
It's so odd.
I know, but you're like a man.
I'm also over 50, so a lot of this. Are
you?
Yeah.
Okay. You're good.
A lot of this
but
stuff.
But you always got girls, right?
Yeah, you know.
You always got girls, but you are different. You're like a different breed of man that doesn't really exist anymore. Because you've always been like, hey, darling, hey, gorgeous. Like you've always been like that. And I was like, oh, Bret's around. And then you did the best thing at Skankfest. So Skankfest is, everyone knows probably, but it's just debaucherous. It's disgusting. And then there's just this one gentleman involved and there's no other gentleman. And this fight breaks loose. Do you have the picture ready?
What did I do?
Okay,
I didn't hit anybody.
No, you did not hit anybody. So this fight breaks out. Someone starts doing something. And so the security guards body slam the guy, right? So I'm with TJ Miller that day. We're hanging out. TJ goes, Annie, get closer, get closer. He's like, get your camera out, get your camera out. He's like, come here, come here. We're like right at the edge of the fight. And you're like, come on, you don't need to see this nonsense. And you're like pulling me away. It was so funny to see the difference between you and TJ. TJ's like in it. And then so I have this picture of you pulled me away from it to protect me, which was so sweet.
Yeah, because who were you with? There was a couple of you there. I remember now. Yeah, it was just, no, there was another girl there.
I don't know who else was the other girl, but that's so funny. You were like, come on, you don't need to be a part of this nonsense. So I don't remember exactly.
All right. I remember now. Here's the thought process behind it. Because I was in the nightclub business before I got into comedy. And
before you got into Costco.
Yeah, before I was a Costco guy. And you know, when you're around stuff like I've seen random shit happen.
Yeah.
You don't want to
be near it.
You don't want to be near it. And the other thing is the idiots that watch. I know it sounds crazy too. This didn't apply to you.
Yeah, of course.
But then, you know, say something bad happens. Now you're a witness. Yeah. Now you got to go to court. Now you got, you know, and you don't know who you got to testify against. It's just, you just, whenever that stuff happens, you just get out. Get the fuck away. Yeah, just get away. But especially with like, you know,
they were throwing them around too.
Girls standing there, you don't know if something's going to come flying. Right. And that's why I did that. But you know,
it was
whatever.
Sweet, but it was so funny. So I got this picture of TJ.
And I didn't mean no disrespect by that, by the way, buddy. I know that's your girl.
Todd was like on acid in another room. No, we like all support.
I think it's more region. Oh yeah. Am I in the photo?
No, you're behind me.
Oh, I'm gone already.
You're behind me, TJ. Look at TJ. Zoom in on TJ's face.
No, so here's what happened. Because you guys were talking. This guy come running.
Look at TJ.
This guy came running out. That's what it was. Remember, he came running and then people were chasing him.
Yeah.
So just out of reaction, you know, not that I shielded you guys, but I'm like, yo, get out of the way to, I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
No, it was good. It was
to kind of protect you.
You were a hero. And TJ's cracking up.
TJ was hammered. He was hammered, by the way.
So much fun. And then this bald guy over here, he had done my show and I slapped him in the face with a squid. And so he probably still smelled like squid. And then I drew a henna penis on his face. So he had this little like faint tattooed penis on his face. What
show was this? What?
I did like a live Anniewood and we had a punishment wheel and people had to do. They all got punishments.
That's great. By the way, I don't know if you've ever done like the Aspens and Montreals.
Yeah, I did Montreal.
This is the best.
It's so
This
fun.
is the best comedy.
How many nights were you there?
Well, I was supposed to actually be in, I wasn't scheduled to do it that weekend because I was supposed to be in Lakeland at this gig at Polk Theater. And then the hurricane hit, so I couldn't get out. And then I had to leave Saturday. Forgot where I was going. So I just popped in, to see everybody.
Yeah, and that's right, because you live in Vegas now.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I love it there. It's great.
Do you like are you still living the lifestyle of Vegas or now once you live there, you don't really do it?
I mean, I like to play, gamble and stuff.
What do you do?
I like craps. Then I got away from the tables and then started playing. I like the slots, but
slots are fun.
But I do the higher ones because I'm crazy. I'm one of those guys.
I'm getting excited.
Where I hate losing more than I like winning.
Yeah.
So I was researching slot machines online, and there is a method. There's not a method to the spin.
Right.
but picking the one. And afterwards, I'll show you the pictures. I did pretty good on those.
A lot of hand pays.
Yeah. Because you know why? Everybody's playing the stupid video ones. The machines have to pay out by law. And some of the other ones too, you'll see where the jackpot has to hit the progressive.
Yeah.
Now the smaller ones have to hit, the bigger one can hit at any time. So it'll say it has to pay by like say 5,000. So if it's at like 490 something or 489, just keep playing. It could pop on the first one. It may take a while. It's not 100% proof, but I just got.
You heard it here, guys.
I just got fascinated with them. But if I'm at the tables, I love blackjack. I mean, craps.
Yeah.
And
do you like roulette?
Blackjack. No, I'm not a big fan.
Todd's a roulette person. Blackjack for me goes too fast. I can run out of money too fast. It's like, or I could win money fast.
Craps is fun. If you're at a good table that's hot, and I have rules for tables. Like, I'll tell you right now, if there's, first of all, if there's no women at the table, I don't play. Only because they bring luck and they're having fun. Right. They don't know what they're doing sometimes.
Sometimes they bring you little water bottles and drinks too.
And and when they roll, they don't even know what they're rolling. It's almost like in Bronx Tale when Colosimo's hitting and he's like, yo, just roll an 8. And then there's all this fun and positive energy. Then there's always the jerk off that bets the don't pass that's betting against the table. But on a whole, we're all playing together. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. If somebody goes on a roll, I just bet the pass and then, back that up and then I'll maybe do like, throw something on the 6 because that usually comes out during the rolls. And, it's fun and you can make some money. I think Baccarat has the best odds.
Yeah.
Right. It's like 50-50. You guys play that. Asians love that game.
I know. It's Asian people.
No, we go hard in Vegas. We play everything.
Somebody told me this, that the Chinese play Baccarat because it's got the best odds and they're laundering money. Oh. So they'll come in from China. And
sometimes they're laundering our laundry too, which is really incredible.
Which, by the way, that's an old joke. Remember that no tiki, no washi? That's not even synonymous with them anymore.
I'm surprised Tony didn't do that on the Trump rally.
No, like I was talking to somebody too, like all the white ethnic jokes, like Polak jokes are gone.
Yeah.
Remember, like they were replaced by blonde jokes.
I know.
Then you had the Italian jokes, the drunk Irish jokes. Even my grandmother would always say stuff like, why do you got dishes in the sink? What are you, Irish? What, the Irish don't do dishes? You know what I mean? Because you're from the Philly area, right? There was always those weird, like close the curtains, we're not a bunch of Czechoslovakians. It's like random.
But it might be traced back to something. You're like, if I looked into this.
No, I guess like because my family came in the 30s, but I guess because they lived in Hell's Kitchen, you had all like the first wave of like that European immigrants.
Yeah.
I guess they all did weird shit but the Chinese doing laundry was a big one.
Well, Todd's mom has weird superstition. Like there are things that their kids like she said that when she would get her period, she had like period cramps when she was a kid, her mom would make them chug a beer. Like they just had things from Laos. They were living in this there's just war and they're like chugging beers and like there's just weird things they just.
My grandma would give us scotch when we were sick.
Oh, that's fun. She probably just wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah, no, they would put the like if you had a toothache, they would always use scotch and like mix scotch if you had a cold.
They had it around.
Yeah. That was the other thing too. Like we could buy, again, I'm obviously a little older than you, but
not that much.
When I was a kid, you could buy wine and cigarettes for your parents. They sing it to the store with a note.
Oh.
They had that.
I thought you meant like as a present. That's how she just get a carton of cigarettes.
Mom, here's a chick.
That's actually such a sweet present as a carton of cigarettes. Oh my God. These kids don't smoke anymore.
But that jug of wine with the guy's face on it, they would just sing it down there. We're having dinner, go buy the wine and the cigarettes and you just walk home with it.
Oh, that must have been so convenient when you were like a teenager. Be like, my parents told me. You probably had to be young. You have to be under 10.
I was like 10.
If you're over 10, they're like, nice try.
No, we can't do it.
My brother used to dress up in my dad's suits and he was just like so much smaller than my dad. He was like kind of a little kid. And so he would just have these suits just dragging on the ground and go to the place that was obviously going to sell kids beer anyway. Like there's no way they saw him. And I think he had.
What is he, a little rascal? Did he have another guy on his shoulder that came in with the hat?
But it's like so much funnier than just asking a guy outside to get you beer.
Yeah, it's funny. We could not get away with the shit we got away with back then. Like I used to make the IDs, but with a board. I don't know if you ever saw those, the board.
No.
By the way, I was 17 when we did all this. You would have like a piece of construction paper on the back. It was colored. Like if it was like blue, that meant you were 21. And we had a big board, which was like a replica of a license.
Yes.
Somebody would hold it and then the kid would just pose like next to it. And you took a Polaroid and you just kept taking pictures to see how far until it was the right dimension. Cut it out, took a back of another license and then relaminated.
And your parents were like, oh my God, he's being so creative. This is so great. He's doing an art project.
My mom had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Some parents just let you hang out in the basement. My brother just had the garage. They called it the Thrasher Stadium is what him and his friends called it.
But you're from Philly?
We're from the suburbs.
Where though?
Cheltenham.
Okay.
Cheltenham had a range of white trashness. We actually lived in like a really nice area, but my friends, I went to the bad.
You gravitated towards
and they just, my
junkyard?
parents, you could see my parents like not wanting to be snobs, but being like, you have to go over there. But we were right on the border. There was, I used to hang out in the Village, is what they called it, Cheltenham Village. And it was like right on the border of Northeast Philly. So that's where I go and we'd sneak out and do all that shit. I mean, I'm so lucky I'm alive. We would like pick up, or guys, I guess, would pick us up at the mall, the outdoor mall, the Roosevelt Mall, and get us like, we get their pager numbers and then we'd page them at night.
You are older than I thought you were.
Yeah, I'm 41. Yeah, no, I can tell you all these things.
You said pager.
Pager, baby. And then he's young though. He's a little boy.
How old are you?
30.
Get the fuck out of here.
Isn't that cute?
Get you robbing the cradle.
I know. He robbed the grave. He came up. He's a granny hunter. He likes Granny Lederman. He does. It's like really like I would never be jealous of like a younger girl. If I see a girl like 15 years older, I go, get away from my man.
I have 2 friends that just like older women. Like
why do you think they do?
I don't know.
It had to be a babysitter or something.
I don't know. I
was looking up your stuff and I know that This Is Not Happening was about, were you a bad babysitter or you had a bad babysitter?
No, we had a bad babysitter. The one I hit with the axe.
I didn't watch it. I just saw it. And so I was like,
well, if you watched it, it's a true story. I mean, it's mostly true. We didn't go to McDonald's right away. But yeah, because my mom, she worked 2 jobs and then she was always working. And then my grandparents helped raise us and both my grandparents worked. So they got us this babysitter and she ended up punching my older brother in the face. Like she was nuts.
That's like his grandmother. He used to punch the shit out of them. They'd start crying. She just knock him in the face.
The story in the bit, or I hate doing bits.
Yeah,
but this is the story.
Yeah.
So basically, my grandparents, if we were good, we'd go to McDonald's on Friday. Yeah. And then she told us to clean the room because the guest room, and my older brother made the bed, and then she came in and just started freaking out, messed it all up again, and said, "Do it again." She was screaming. My older brother was like, "Yo, why are you messing the bed up?" And she just punched him right in the face. So then she laid on the bed. She went back in my grandparents' room and was talking to somebody on the phone. And my grandfather had this hatchet. And he had like a little corner with weapons in it. The old man shit.
Was it your older brother or younger brother?
My older brother, she punched in the face. Because I don't know if the old guys used to make he had like a sock with like change in it, like all that.
Yeah.
Then he had a shotgun and then the fucking hatchet. And then while she was talking,
pick your choice.
Yeah,
what level do you need?
Because it had to be active in case somebody came in. So long story boring. I walked in the room while she was on the phone. I took the hatchet and I just went smacked her in the back of the leg, and then. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she hit my brother.
Yeah.
And my older brother told me to do it. He looked at me like, you know what to do.
Is this 6. Your brother that's a comedian?
No, that's my younger. My older brother.
Your younger brother's a comedian.
My older brother passed away. He was a gay one.
Okay, cool.
And then, but he was like.
Gay?
Nah, he was, but like, yeah, a lot of girls, man.
Really?
My older brother was stunning.
Yeah.
Really good looking dude. And just
that's
classy.
Good for the gays. You feel happy for the hot gays. Like hot gays are they're just so like ripped hot gays. You're just like, I'm so happy.
Now here's
that
my thing though. Gay dudes are not like they were back in the day. They're like they don't work out. I get you don't see it like that.
Listen, I feel like the ones that work out are kind of like celebrities. Like they got famous. They became famous gay guys. And then because they started saying bear, they started being like too inclusive. Like, no, you can be a bear. It's like
that's what gay guys look like back in the 80s.
Those are gay guys. I know, they were so cute. They were always in a Halloween costume for some reason.
They love Halloween.
What's your best Halloween costume you ever had? Did you stop dressing up? You got shit to do. You don't got time to do
No, we were talking about this on Corolla. I stopped because they made a law now. I forgot where. They were reading a law where you have to be a certain age. You can't be older than a certain age to go trick-or-treating. My guess, I would have said cut it off at 12.
Yeah.
I guess it's 14 now. If you're over 14, you can't go trick-or-treat in one of those places. I stopped really dressing up at like 10.
I mean, is it because they're like, you're stealing candy from children?
No, it was just how do I say it? Where I grew up in North Jersey at the time, like guys would steal your candy, you get your candy robbed. But did you have like Mischief night?
Yes, Mischief night. Hell yeah.
Because that's kind of a regional thing.
It's just, I didn't know that. I think they have other nights like that, but it's not called Mischief night.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Night before Halloween, we went out. And
when you think about it, you're really just destroying a kid's Halloween. It's like the parents don't care. It's the kids. It's not like an adult's pumpkin. It's like a little kid carved it. You're just like smashing the little kid's artwork.
Well, we did that. That is. It's very sad.
It's like they open the window. It's Halloween. There's just toilet paper all over their tree. They're like, what the hell?
Well, we just use that as an excuse, but we were always like doing that shit anyways.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the older kids were really like the 80s. Kids were scumbags, man. And then they would take your candy and then you're like, I'm not
kidnapped. They're like, we're kidnapping you.
That was a big thing when I was growing up too.
But then my parents didn't really get it because I was still out a lot. I was like, aren't there a lot of kids getting kidnapped? Why am I always walking myself places?
Dude, that's why I tell people boomers were fucked up.
I was out a lot because they knew and they still sent us out.
They were the ones kidding. It was like a big thing. And then it was like the golden age of serial killers were boomers. If you ever looked, there was like, because I think they came back from Vietnam all up.
They're like, we
kidnapping kids and killing people,
killing some prostitutes.
You didn't have to go through this.
Yeah. They sent him out though. Todd grew up in Toms River, New Jersey.
Get out of here. Yeah.
So he's
that's where Pete Giovine is from.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's from Toms River. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So
that's hilarious though. You're fucking up a little kid's artwork.
You're just like
it's like a little
it's like so mean. Well, I remember I egged this guy's house once. It wasn't during Mischief night, but it was because he made fun of me on the bus. And so we got like a carton of eggs and I'm like, I'm going to fuck him up. Robert Daniele and I like egged his house. And then we waited and his mom just came out and they had like a nice like wooden house. The egg fucked their house up. Like it was actually not a good house to egg or a good house to egg. And then the mom I just see her come out, look and go and like get a rag. And I was like, oh, I just hurt this guy's mom. Like he got none of the punishment. He doesn't know it's for me. It's like,
dude, Mike Young has a bit. I love it. He's like,
oh my God, I'd love to see you and Mike Young.
But he goes,
together.
You ever have that one fucked up friend that takes shit too far? And he's like, yo, let's egg the Johnson's house. Yeah, we'll toilet paper the trees. Yeah, we can kidnap her fat dad and hold her for ransom. You're like, what? And there was always those kids that went too far. And because I was always doing, like when I was a kid, I did some up shit. But I had a friend of mine that took lighter fluid, because I grew up mostly in apartments, but he lit the whole fucking floor on fire. Yeah. Like the whole he took and lit it down the whole hallway. Then it's like, all right, now what?
Yeah.
And then the fucking thing caught on fire.
Your place?
No, it was another building in our complex. Here's what I did. I found rope because we used to play in the elevator shafts because you can emergency stop it and open the door. Oh, and then we would climb out and,
that's so
fucking
fun.
around. Anyways, I found this, like, it was in a rope. It was like a plastic rope, but it was really flexible. So I had this idea because the doors opened in. I tied all the doors together with it. And then I pulled the fire alarm and people couldn't get out.
You should have been an engineer. This is like a smart kid.
That was a felony, by the way.
Shit. Did you get arrested?
No, I mean, they didn't push it because if there was a fire, then probably but it was that's like a big thing. I guess.
If you let a fire, then that's like
no,
murder.
But pulling the false alarm because the trucks came and then people were up on the top and they were they didn't know. But
you gave them, but they probably had like a near-death experience and then they're happier now.
Yeah.
They lived through it. You actually helped them. You know who's going to win Best Picture this year? Well, if you do, then put your money where your big fat mouth is and bet on it with Kalshi. Guys, you know I love to gamble. We talked about it on the show. We love betting. We love to just make picks. We love to pick things. We love to guess things. We love to be right. We love to be right and we love to make money. Okay, 2 things which you have a good chance of making have happen if you use Kalshi. I'm so honored to be a sponsor. Today's sponsor, Kalshi, is the first legal exchange available in all 50 states, baby. No one's left out. No bet left behind. And it's where you can bet on any event, including the elections. We got some crazy things coming up, okay? Who do you think's gonna win? If you think you know, put money on it. It's just like buying stocks. The more you buy, the bigger the payout if you're right. Right now, T-Dog and Kma are trading about 50-50. Meaning, if you place your bet on either, you will double your money if you end up winning. Kalshi has already facilitated over $1 billion worth of trades. So look, sometimes politics are boring, but now when you got money on it. So put your money where your mouth is and sign up using my link, kalshi.com/Annie. And the first 50 traders who deposit $100 will get a free $20 credit. Here I am, your girl, giving you $20. Let's go, baby. Just click on the link in the show notes for $20 in free credits. But act fast. That's only good for the first 50 listeners. That's kalshi.com/Annie. Kalshi, you can trade on that.
We used to light tennis balls on fire and kick them off the roof. Well, who knows
Fire
what?
was more of like a guy. Like my brothers were always lighting fires.
Yeah,
They would always one of their friends would always come back and like got their eyebrows, you know? Like one of them always fucked themselves up. But they'd always go to the park and light the trash cans on fire. You see homeless people do it. You're like, why couldn't we do it?
But there was like those scumbag kids that were like, they were just more advanced even at a younger age. My boy Carlos Rodriguez, great comic. He said something funny on the phone. He's like, there was always that kid that had fireworks like all year round.
Yes.
That one psychopath.
Yes.
And then we had, there's a couple, my friends, because all right, we were young. And he built a mini bike out of like motor parts.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. 2 Italian kids.
Yeah.
But so they got a mail truck. I don't know. I forgot how they got it. I want to say it was from a dump and they fixed it up. So we're like 13.
Oh my
and
God,
we used
so
to
fun.
drive this fucking mail truck around like just around like for fun.
It's great.
But we're on the wrong side.
Yeah.
So when you learn to drive, it's like,
and then you were all fucked up. Yeah.
But I was driving young and I
we
remember.
used to just steal our parents' cars. We stole everyone's parents' cars.
We used to steal them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for real.
Oh, no. We got in some trouble with the stealing cars, but.
That's a Northeastern thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember growing up in Jersey, everybody stole cars.
Yeah.
But like really stole.
Yeah.
And then, but I remember my mom, because then we were in Florida and I was 16 when you can learn. And she got my permit and she was trying to teach me how to drive, like, doing the single mom thing. And I already knew.
Yeah,
but
so
I kind of pretend
that you were dumb.
Yeah.
Or you're like a genius. Like, Mom, I'm a genius.
Just start fucking wheeling it.
But that probably helped where you're like going to the wrong side of the street.
What was your first car? Did your parents buy it? Or was it?
It was my parents' car. They had 2.
That they
and
handed
then
it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a Camry. 93 Camry.
That always amazes me when you see like the younger kids with like their parents buy them like a nice car.
I'm a bad driver. They can't give me a good car. It needs to be my responsibility if I crash my car. I make Todd drive. Todd's like drinks so much. I mean, not so much, but when we go out, he'll get like wasted.
Todd's got a problem.
No, he actually doesn't have a problem. I don't want to say it like that. But I don't drink. But at the end of the night, he'll be like wasted. And sometimes we still have to be like, I'm completely sober. We still have to be like, who should drive? We're like, it's
safer if he drives.
I'm like, dude. Like the other night, we went to that OnlyFans party and I was like, I looked at him, I was like, no, I can do it. I can do it.
But don't you,
Passenger princess?
no, but I'm saying, yeah, don't you want your man to drive?
I would love my man to drive, yes. I like driving alone or I like him driving. Because I also, if I'm driving, he's just sitting there like so scared, car sick, a lot of things happening. I drove Stanhope. We did shows in La Jolla and I drove him back. I just got my Tesla And I was like, I'll let you smoke cigarettes in the car. And he's like, all right, I'll go with you. And he said that he was like, I've never been so scared. I was going over like the roll bars and all this stuff. And I'm like, I didn't even know you noticed. I thought you were in a blackout. I didn't even notice I was driving shitty. But I like driving alone because I'm like, I can drive shitty and it doesn't matter.
I do this this stuff about like this dude that his name was Kevin. I call him bitch ass Kevin, but you know, it's like things that guys shouldn't do, like
have their girl drive.
One of them was like, you know, bitch, like I would say, like bitch ass Kevin, like he'll use the steps to get in a pool.
Yeah.
But the other one was he can sleep while his girl drives. and I'm like, yo, like if you're a man sleeping while you're driving, you need to cut that motherfucker because.
No, Todd, we got COVID.
There's no way.
Yeah.
When COVID was like, people were really scared. We got it over Christmas. We had gone home to Philly. And then we were like, we didn't want to go on the planes because we're like, this was when it was like killing old people. And so we're like, we'll just rent a car and we'll drive cross country sick. It'll be fine. We'll get there in 2-3 days. But then we forgot that Todd can't sleep when I'm driving. So Todd was just up for the entire time we were driving.
No, I would be in the passenger seat, like about to fall after driving for like literally 14
we're also
hours.
sick as hell.
And I'd be falling asleep. And then I would just have dreams of the car just crashing into a
That's
tree
what I'm
and just
saying,
wake
man.
up.
Because I'm like, let's just get, if I'm on a long trip, if I'm by myself, like I remember I had a gig when I lived in Miami. I drove straight through to New York, did the gig, turned around and came back to go, you know, I had to work. And, but sometimes, you know, if you're with a girl and you're driving and she's like, well, let me drive. We can make up. It's not gonna, I can't sleep.
No, it's way worse.
We got to fucking just pull over,
It's
get a
way
room
worse.
or let me just.
What I did to Todd was actually evil. Todd had COVID, was up for 4 days straight and basically driving the whole time. It was pretty good.
Would you lose respect? Like what the girls say, they get the ick. If like your guy was like, could you drive? Not him, but I'm like, you know, if you're dating a guy and he asks you to drive.
Yeah, no, I've never done that. I've never asked her to drive.
No, it's the best. I love when he drives. I have 20 drinks. I have like 50 drinks. They're falling. Like I'm cleaning them up. Like I'll make Todd while he's driving get the stuff from the back. Like I have a pillow.
But I meant like, let's say
if I was dating a guy,
and he's like, hey, can you drive?
I'm just trying to think of like guys. I did actually date a guy who didn't have a license and I was more annoyed. I was like, this is so, get a license. That's an ick. It's like, you don't have a fucking license? Grow up. He was like 40 years old. I'm like, what is this? Sometimes I just see him walking down the street still. I'm like, you didn't get your license yet?
But wait, was it suspended or he just never had a license?
He never got a license.
What the loser. I couldn't wait to, you remember you couldn't wait to get your license.
It's freedom to have a license.
That's hilarious.
God, I almost died immediately when I got my license too. I was smoking cigarettes. I was like, I had the window down. I had my leg out the window. I was like speeding. The first day I had it, I remember I got chased. The first day I had my license, I was leaving the high school and I like just cut someone off because I was just like, whatever. I'm like smoking. I have ADD. I don't care. And I like drove off and then they followed me and I had to like hide in a parking spot. These people were following me my first day driving. But why? Okay, so I know some women, like my mom's actually a better driver than my dad. And so I know some women can drive, but we know the majority it's men are better drivers than women. Why is this?
I think it's, I don't know.
I don't know. Are we thinking about the emotions?
Well,
of something?
I will say this. I think because, you know, women can multitask more.
So we do.
But men are single focused a lot.
Right.
And I think that's why.
I know. And you guys, like, I know Todd's not listening to me. He's driving and I know I'm just yapping at nothing and I don't care.
Like I'm a defensive guy. Like when I drive, I you know, I'm always playing chess.
Yeah.
I'm not just, and it's like that too. When like, if I go out, you know, if I'm with my girl or when I was with my wife, we're out to dinner, but I'm looking at, I don't know if Todd, if you're like this, where the exits are, who walked in. That's why, you know, I know it sounds corny, but I got to face the door.
I love this.
And if there's,
I love it.
I mean, but there's a lot of guys that like this. And, you know, she's sitting there.
But there's not actually that many, honestly.
But she's sitting there talking to me, like telling me her day. And she's like, yeah, so, you know, Tanya. And you're like, you're just fucking looking at everything. Head's always on a swivel.
Oh, I at this point do not give a fuck if anyone's listening to me. I would much rather them be clocking the doors. I don't care. I don't care. Josh Potter, do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay, so Josh and I will just
he just got passed too at the store, right?
Our friendship works well because we just speak at the same time at each other and no one's really absorbing what the other one's saying. And it's so funny. It's like so hilarious. I don't care.
So you're because there's two types of mental illnesses for comics. There's the ADD depression and then there's the OCD anxiety one.
I have ADD anxiety.
Really? Well,
yeah. I'm not really depressed.
Anxiety's
But it's kind of a type of
anxiety is very common in a lot of women because you overthink. Women overthink.
Yeah. And I also think if you don't have kids, you're thinking about yourself too much too. You're supposed to be worried about like a bunch of kids.
So you just have to think
and then you're just like, and then it's just even more of I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, the ADHD usually goes with like the depression.
Yeah.
And that the difference is
Are you OCD?
No. Well, in certain things.
Yeah.
Like cleanliness, the house has to be a certain way, but like my office is all because I can't focus unless there's clutter.
Yeah.
And it's weird. So like the creative space is kind of cluttered, but everything else has to be like, I don't have carpet now, but like I like the vacuum lines and shit like that. But it's not like I'm not overly organized. It's the depression shit that, you know, they say anxiety lives in the future, depression lives in the past.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then there's the biology and then the way you're raised and then the trauma, whatever the fuck that is. And then now we got the, you know, the ADHD it's a common trait.
It's crazy.
We're all over the place.
Well, because I'll be like, I don't have ADD because I do like hypnosis and stuff. And I'll be like, I just don't have it. And Todd's like, you have ADD. Todd's like, you have so much ADD.
This is the truth. I tried to meditate and I ended up jerking off.
I know you get like a quiet time alone. You're like, this could be used in a different way.
And then I'm like, this. Then I ended up just running.
You have to make it.
I just ended up rubbing one out.
You need to turn it into a jerk off meditation. Oh my God, you're about to be rich. Wait a second,
guys. Well, the girl was talking. Relax.
She sounded hot.
Take your cock out.
I actually found a new hot guru chick online because I always like find like a new person whose meditations I listen to, and I'm so sick of like old men with like spray tans and hair plugs. I don't want that anymore. And so I checked for you, and you just have good hair. But
I never fucking.
It's looking good. No, you got.
Don't
good
give
hair.
me the.
No, we know.
Malakia.
Look, I can spot that straight hairline from a mile away. But I support anything anyone wants to do. But it's just weird in the water. Like you ever see someone with hair plugs in the water? It's like in sections. But we'll get them for Todd when he needs them. But so
you may not though.
Well,
Asians keep good.
You should see his Uncle Scott. His Uncle Scott is.
Right, we don't. This might be the.
No, I have him on Hims.
Huh?
I got him on Hims. Did you ever have a Hims sponsor?
What's that?
It's like a hair pill. It's like Rogaine for podcasters.
No, but I'll take it because I always get nervous.
No, you're good. You're good. It's thick. It's thick.
All right,
let's move on.
Don't jinx it.
Move on. But anyway, so I found like this, and then I'm like, that is funny if guys are watching it. They're just like looking at her like, tell me more about how to manifest.
So Hims does, I thought it was dick pills too. Yeah. Those I use.
Well, because they need to do both. Because they make
those I need. That's hilarious. Like when I hate doing bits, but it's my life. It's true. Because like, you know, when I was, you know, talking to girls, whatever, they're like, I don't believe you're over 50. I'm like, well, take me home with you.
You're like, jiggle.
You'll find out real quick, kid.
Oh,
I always had them in my pocket. And then like, if you know you're going to hook up, then you're like, you have to time it out because you'll pop it in. You don't want to waste it. And then now I got to stall.
Well, also it's like, if you get a boner too early, she's going to be like, ew.
Well, the other one is because of Viagra, you get red cheeks. And then it's like, all of a sudden you got fucking red cheeks. And chick's like, somebody slapped the shit out of you.
That's so funny.
Cialis is the best one. So I don't know how many of your listeners use dick pills.
Probably I think everyone uses dick pills. Okay, I wrote these questions. Let's see if I can read them. Okay. All right, you're given the unique opportunity to eat your favorite pasta dish from a loved one that's passed away. Oof. Heaven has sent you this dish. You have to eat it immediately, but at the same time, a gorgeous single woman's bra gets snagged on a street post, exposing her nipple. Do you forfeit the food or do you
fucking eat the food?
You're just gonna let her nipple be out there?
I don't fucking care. This is
Okay. All right.
her bra, her girdle.
Okay. A woman has
Her
been knocked
pantyhose.
over. A woman has been knocked over and needs your help. But next to her is another woman whose purse with all of her retirement money has been snatched. Do you chase or do you help the woman that's physically hurt?
I mean, is it life-threatening?
It's life-threatening, but this other woman's going to be broke.
You gotta
as
go
shit.
with the life. The
Okay.
money's like a rubber ball. You drop it, it bounces back.
Well, good. I got a better one for you.
All right.
I got a money one. I remember it. If you were offered $500 million to get a Hitler mustache tattooed on your face, would you do it?
500 million?
Yeah.
And
But
I
you
have
have
to
to keep it forever. And you can't go into a life of seclusion. You have
500
to-
million? Yeah.
Yeah. I would do it too. I bring that shit back. I'd be like, look, ladies.
I'll just say I'm Charlie Chaplin.
Yes.
I'll
You just
walk
stop
around.
talking. You go mute.
Start doing silent film shit. 500 million? Yeah.
I know. I made it really high. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm saying a million, no.
Yeah, no.
Not a million.
It's not worth it.
No.
Even like, I'm like, well, I don't know what's a lot of money anymore.
20
Some of my friends are
million,
so rich.
20 million, maybe. It's something that
Depends on how the slots are going.
put it all.
Do you
on the
watch
fucking-
Vegas, Matt?
Yeah, I love Vegas,
oh, God,
man.
he's so good. I
like what's his name too? The gay guy. He's always like rude.
on the show.
No, he has his slot channel too.
I only watch Vegas Matt.
I love that guy. Vegas Matt's great too with his son, the way he talks.
Oh God, he's like idiot.
Yeah.
Todd started saying idiot. I was like triggered because I remember my mom used to call my brother an idiot all the time, and I was actually like weirdly traumatic. I was like, stop saying idiot.
What's the word he says when it's doesn't like they'll get
Sando?
like
It's a Sando.
I have a
Sando.
Sando shirt.
I love Vegas Matt. We
hit
gotta
them
tag
up.
Vegas Matt in it, and I'm in Vegas. I want to play with Vegas Matt.
I hit him up when we were at Skankfest, and he got it later, and he DM'd me and he was like, I'm so sad I missed this, but you live there.
I would love to hang it with Vegas
Vegas
Matt.
Matt rules, and he loves comedy.
What's the guy's name, man? I love the guy. I mean, I know he's gay, but he's not. He was like gay, like my brother was gay. It's not like flamboyantly.
Was it like a Middle Eastern guy
No,
too?
and he's got his own slot machine too. If I have my phone, I forget names all the time.
I know, it's hard.
It's awful.
It's a lot of names.
But he does he'll always be like rude, and he says he calls his followers Rudies.
Oh, that's cute.
But this guy's great, man. He's
It's
just
so
a cool
fun.
dude.
It's just fun to watch people just totally willing to fucking lose so much money for you.
But they listen.
Or win.
You win. The people that lose are the ones that are playing like dollars spin. I mean, because even if you hit, what are you winning?
You're not
$70
winning a lot, yeah.
But if let's say you take a G or a grand, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna this grand for the month. Let's just say I'm gonna gamble with that. Do the $25 spins.
Yeah.
If one hits, especially on like the Blazing Sevens, it's like $4 or $5 grand.
Yeah, it's so fun.
You can win.
So
just
fun.
walk the fuck away.
Yeah,
that's the problem. People don't know when to walk.
I know because you have fun.
I didn't know you're.
Did you ever do the Karate Kid one?
No, I'm not. I never played that.
You don't like the ones that are like
I don't like the video
I like to be
ones.
entertained. It's pretty fun.
You know what's a good one though? Is the Wizard of Oz one with the witch.
Oh, the tall one.
Yeah, it's like really big, and so I heard Squid Games is because it's newer. It'll pay out more.
Squid
Buffaloes,
Games we
I fucking
watched.
hate.
Our friend got. We actually we waited at a buffalo and we got a pretty big bonus. We were like, we're just not leaving.
Yeah. No, we do the Little Shop of Horrors one,
which is
that
kind
usually,
of not.
It's kind of tapering off.
We
Some of
kind
them
of-
like taper off, and like the Huff and Puffs are like complete bombs.
It sucks so bad.
I hit on one of those at the Suncoast one time, and then went back twice and just never hit. The most embarrassing one that I've got is I lost 700 on fucking Willy Wonka. Because the Oompa Loompas will pop up, you know what I mean? And then the eggs go, and then it rises. And I was, I was playing max bet, but at a penny, not at the 2 cent. Went to the 2 cent to try and trick it. Went back to the 10 cent, and I'm like, this fucking thing's got where are the Oompas?
Yeah. What did I lose on this year? We lost on fucking press your luck that game.
Yeah.
With the whammies.
Oh, the whammies f***ed us because the pig will look like it's gonna pop for so long.
Do you play the one with the dynamite?
We did. The money sign
Is that when we
dynamite and the
started
quick
buying
hits.
Is that where we started buying bonuses? Buying bonuses isn't bad.
No, buying bonuses is fun.
I've done that a
we
couple
did.
of
Buying
times.
bonuses is a different game. It's dangerous.
Well,
but
you
it's
play
fun.
100, and sometimes like if you do the 100 or the 300 or 500, if it hits big.
Yeah.
But I'll show you some of the pictures I took after
it's
this.
So fun. All right.
A couple of the slots I hit.
What's your favorite movie?
Rocky, hands down.
Okay. Would you be in it if you had to have a passionate love scene with a guy?
No.
What if you were just pretending you were your brother?
Listen, I'd play a gay guy, but I'm
like
not kissing anything.
And it's like missionary.
No physical interaction.
When they do I used to watch that show.
I'm not that good of an actor.
The Queer as Folk show, I used to watch that, and they would have these gay sex scenes where they're doing missionary, and they'd have the guy's legs up, and I was like, I can't handle the missionary.
That'd be fun.
Because they're just their legs up are up so high.
Imagine that, you do a gay, then I'm hard.
And you're into it? That's the spirit of your brother. Okay. All right, that one's too serious. We'll do that one later.
No, but I would play a gay dude, no problem.
Yeah.
As long as I can't kiss another dude. And why the f do I have to? Right? If I don't have to fall out of a building, bring in a stunt gay guy.
Yeah. Oh, a stunt gay guy's a great idea.
Just bring him in with another guy and then have him kiss.
That's such a good idea. You know how I know you have a brother that's a comedian? It's just from his picture up on the wall.
Yeah.
At the Comedy Store.
Well, Keith,
because I always think always like, that's not.
Well, Keith started. He came out after me, but when he got passed at the store, but then he had 2 daughters, so he couldn't. Yeah, but now that they're old enough, well, one's 11, the other's 14 now. Now he's gotten back into it. But Dice used to take him on the road with him.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I have a comedy family. Okay, wait. If you could travel to any moment in your life and relive it, what would it be?
I would say maybe 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the last, I don't want to sound depressing, but that was the last happy year. 5 was the last. 6, everything falls apart. 5.
Yeah.
There was a Christmas when I was 5 years old.
Oh my God. I was like, I'm like, okay, so the girl of your dreams is waiting to get on a train.
You're like, okay. No, I would say that 5. And then, because everybody I knew was still alive. And it was that was my last real happy memory.
Yeah. When you just were handed a note to go to the
And then when I was 17, my first threesome. That would be the other one.
Oh,
and then we
that's
would go to that and then
fun.
to that one. Yeah.
Threesome at 17.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
You're the man.
I mean, yeah.
That's a young threesome. That's pretty exciting.
It was a spur of the moment thing.
That's pretty exciting. All right. The girl of your dreams is waiting on a train. While the train is approaching, she needs help. She has this jar that she can't open, and
What's with you and these damsels in distress?
Because that's how I see you. As I was saving someone. This is all because of that one moment at Skankfest.
Are you going to cash a check for $500 million or help her open a jar of pickles? I'm taking the $500 million.
Okay, wait. Okay, right when you go to help her, an unattractive woman gets mugged.
Look at my Batman.
To help the ugly woman.
And the ugly woman. When I become the Cape Crusader, I would help the woman. Listen, I'd help the woman out that's getting mugged before I'll help the girl with her suitcase up on the thing.
Okay.
I don't give a shit how hot she is.
Okay.
There's somebody's mom is getting is it a mother or grandmother or just a fat ugly chick?
It's just an ugly young chick.
Is she
she's a blogger.
Is she an Uber not the progressive blog?
She's really mad at Tony.
Angry at men.
She's mad at Tony Hinchcliffe.
I'd still help her.
Okay. If you could only shop at one store at the mall, what would it be? For the rest of your life. It's the only place you can go. But it has to be the mall. It can't be something good.
Yeah, are there even malls in it? Sam Goody.
Beautiful.
No, Peaches. Remember all the old mall?
I know, Contempo Casuals.
Do you remember, because you had at Guido's where you were.
Uh-huh.
But you got the 10 years. Remember Cavaricci's and shit like that? No. There was a store called Merry Go Round. Then there was Oak Tree, who had their generic brand. And there was one more. And that's where you would go and get your club clothes.
My mom used to take us to a place called House of Bargains, and it was all clothes that had wardrobe malfunction. So one sleeve of each of our things would be really long and one would be short.
Because my grandmother helped raise us, they would take us clothes shopping, but they had those Depression era prices.
Yeah.
So she would always take us to Kmart was a big one, or TG&Y was another one. But we always had the generic brand of the sneaker.
TCBNY, do you remember that? I can't believe it's not yogurt.
Was that yogurt?
I can't believe it's not.
I remember TCBNY. TCBY it was.
That shit was delicious.
That just popped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
It was good though.
But no, but like if you had up sneakers, like especially, the guys would try you. So my grandmother bought me these fake, they were called tracks. And it was the if you could pull the picture up, it's got to be online. It was Kmart's sneaker brand.
Yeah. Oh.
And then I every time she bought them, I didn't want to, she's taking care of us.
Like,
but now I got to get two X's, I think.
You're like, Grandma, pass me the hatchet. I got to bring the hatchet to school now. Thanks.
Look at that shit. Now, the blue ones right there. Now they're $100? Oh, those are Adidas.
Those are
okay.
Adidas.
So they had four stripes on them, the tracks. And then Stadium had one, which was like an upside down whale. And then, that's tracks.
Did you ever have the kangaroos, the ones with the little pocket?
Zipper? Oh, there they are, the white ones. See the white ones with the four stripes?
Yes.
I try to trick people into thinking they were
You get white out? You try to like white one out?
And then my older brother one time, there was a grocery store called Winn-Dixie. And my grandmother bought the sneakers from Winn-Dixie, but the sole fell off.
Oh.
So Scotty was in class, and then the teacher held up the sneaker, the sole, and she said, "Did somebody?"
And that's when your brother went, "I will never sleep with a woman."
That's why he turned gay.
Sleep with a woman. Okay, if you could get one movie,
I love these questions.
If you get one movie or TV show of whatever about anything greenlit, what would it be?
Not my own, like
No,
something.
it could be yours. Yeah.
I would. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's to think about. We'll manifest that. I'll send you my hot manifestation, babe, to look at.
Do you have a vision board?
No, we should do vision boards with people. That's so funny. Make people cut out vision boards. Okay.
I'm in development now, so let's hope that this show gets picked
so it's already going to happen. Okay. If you could wrestle one celebrity, if you had to wrestle one celebrity, who would it be? Because didn't you wrestle in high school or something?
Nah, I never wrestled.
Oh, there's no good information about you online. It's all fake.
It said I wrestled. I played football in high school and college, and then I did train like box and shit like that.
If you had to box one, wrestling's a little gay. If you don't wrestle, if you never wrestled, wrestling's so gay. Like unless you did wrestling,
dude, that's the last type of dude you want to fuck with. By the way, anybody, if you see an ear, just stay the fuck away.
The jiu-jitsu?
Those guys will kill you. I don't know. I never thought of it. Maybe box Stallone in his prime.
Oh, it'll be fun. Do him now.
Yeah.
He wouldn't feel
I might have a shot now.
I know. He wouldn't feel it. He has a reality show with his family out. Yeah. We got to watch that.
Dude, Rocky to me.
He's a king.
But he's
a king.
To me, underrated as an actor because everybody would always do, he's playing a character. Rocky to me is the greatest movie ever written because it's a love story. People don't realize that. And it's about a guy who's almost hitting his prime and just walking around the neighborhood and then meets a girl that everybody else thinks is weird. He's attracted to her. Then he gets this shot that comes out of left field. And then you're in a fucking sports movie. And at the end of the movie, he's yelling for Adrian. The best scene is when she comes running in the ring. And they're announcing because Apollo thinks he could have lost. Rocky could have won that fight. He didn't even give a. He's just glad he went the distance. But then when she comes in the ring, the first thing he says to her is, "Where's your hat?" Like he noticed she had a hat on that was gone. It's a great movie.
Now, I think the story of him getting it made too is like
it's amazing. Crazy. He had to sell the dog and then buy him back.
So cool.
They didn't want him to play.
Randy, I wouldn't sell you.
The key point in that movie is when Apollo is making fun of him on TV. Remember, he's like, "Hey, he's Italian. If he can't fight, I bet he could cook." And Apollo's like, "You let him get away with that?" And he's like, "I didn't care. He's peeling the apple." But then when he's leaving, you see Adrian standing on the steps, and she's like, "Are you going to come over tomorrow?" And you see his profile. You say, "Yeah." And he goes, "You know when I said that didn't bother me? It did." And then it's just fucking. And you're like, "Yo, Rocco." You're a good boy.
Okay. If Greta, what's that Greta girl? They're like
Thornburg?
Yeah. If Greta Thornburg got hot.
If she got hot.
If she got
stuck in a car.
If she got hot. If she's a grown up and hot. Okay. And she's really into you. Would you date her, but she makes you be vegan? You have to listen to her talk about the environment all the time.
Would I date her? No. Would I clip her? Of course.
Yes. But you got to eat vegan for a year just to bang her once.
I could lie.
All right. Let me see. I think that might be it.
You gotta have another one in there.
There's got to be one more in here. Yeah, I think I finished all of them. All right, this was so fun.
Thanks for having me.
Uncaged. Are you gonna have? Didn't you have like a cage that was being busted open behind you in one of your?
Yeah, well,
you kind of have epic backgrounds.
Well, here's the thing.
Specials.
So because I was the very first to do a YouTube special.
Yeah.
I put it out, and then
well, way to go. Now they're oversaturated. Thanks.
So I did Principal's Office was the first one, and that one, I actually it was in Men's Health. It was the first YouTube special.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Then I did the next one, Domesticate an Animal, because in there I talked about being engaged, and then this one was about Domesticate Animals, about being married. So it was a lot of marriage humor, but then I was getting divorced when I shot it.
Oh,
so I didn't know I was getting divorced. So this third one is kind of the third in a trilogy. Yeah. And I hate to use that. Paul Verzi was on me. I'm like, yeah, I got CGI. It's a trilogy. Michael Mann, whatever his name is, directed it. But it's like the third in that thing, and it's just about being divorced, but then more about some other things. But yeah. So just go to Bret Comedy, BRET comedy.com. All the social shits on there, the tour schedule, all the links.
Oh yeah,
and that's that.
Cool.
And we'll take what's his name, Frank. Randy.
Frank. He's too much of a Randy to be a Frank. Isn't he such a sweet boy? He's such a good boy.
I always liked it, and I'm sure he does this with a lot of people. But when dogs come up to you, like if babies come to you and dogs, because I think I'm
you're
trash.
Vibrating high,
and then you're like, all right, I might still be there's still a good person in here.
You're like one of the nice guys left on earth. I mean, you're like bad, but you're nice.
No, but you do
bad,
trash shit.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. We know when you went on Argue Garbage, I knew the answer. I already knew the answer. I was like, okay.
But it's like different. It's not like, because everybody associates trash with like white trash.
Yes, of course.
There's like, Guido trash.
Of course.
But anyways.
Anyway, thank you for coming.
No, thank you for having me, and I appreciate it, love.
Let's go smash some pumpkins.
Smashing pumpkins.
And smashing pumpkins.
I wonder if that's where they got their name from.
I think it has to be, right? Go destroy a child's artwork.
Reliable. Anniewood's gonna save the world, yeah. When everything's burning, their verses keep returning, bringing us together, making it all better. Anniewood's the calling, catch us when we're falling. With every beat, every word, a revolution's heard from the world's every corner. We're getting stronger.
Oh, Randy, how did you feel about today's episode? Was it good? Did you like it? Did you like it outside? Did you like it like a puppuccino? Puppuccino? Did you like a puppuccino? Did you like a puppuccino?